We here with another episode of Clear the Air. I got FAMU's Jordan Chatman. I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce himself. How you feeling? Go ahead, my boy.
What's up? I'm Jordan Chatman, FAMU guard, FAMU basketball senior. What's up?
So how you think your season went, like individually? What was something that was a high and what was a low that you can improve on?
Um, I feel like I actually had a pretty good season, like compared to my other ones with the coaching exchange and everything. Because the last two seasons, like my numbers for the last season weren't that good. I think I had like 5 points, 4 rebounds, and like my field goal percentage was low. But like this season, all of it went back up. Like all of it went up.
Yeah.
Like I had a pretty good season. I had shot 40 from 3. That's hard to do. So I think I did good. And we was winning. So yeah.
Nah, facts. What was one of the biggest highs of like y'all team as a whole?
Biggest highs, man. I say probably making the tournament just because like it been like they made it in 21, 22 before I got here, but they didn't win a game in the tournament. So they made it. But like to go to the tournament, like for the last 2 years when I was there, we was always ranked like second to last in the league. And for us to actually go to the tournament and win a game, that was probably one of the highs. Yeah, that's probably one of the highs. Yeah.
Facts, that's real. Who y'all? I think I was at the game y'all won. I forgot who it was against. It was who was it?
It was against Prairie View.
Yeah, it was Prairie View. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So I was watching that game, and like something I saw from just your game that stood out to me was like you like a vocal leader, like kind of like that Draymond Green type of piece. Is that an accurate comparison? Like,
well, I say like leadership wise,
yeah.
Because somebody got to do. Like to me, I feel like my game. Like for me, what I try to do, whatever it is that night that don't nobody else want to do, I do it. So if it's that night, don't nobody really, we need somebody to rebound, I'll be the rebounder. If we need to stop, like somebody to play defense, I'll be the defender. If we need somebody to hit a shot from 3, I'll be that. You know what I'm saying? It's just whatever we need that night, that's what I try to do. And I also like try to be a vocal leader too because the best teams are player led anyway. So if you got players like your peers telling you stuff, like the coach can say something, but some people just blow the coach off because he always the one talking.
Yeah.
You say it like someone your age or whatever, you be like, okay, let me lock in. You know what I'm saying? So I try to do that sometimes too.
Facts. What was a moment one time where you just like you feel like as a player? This Michaela too. She was at the game, but
okay, what's up?
What was the time where you had to like be that vocal leader where nobody was saying nothing, so you just like, all right, I'm finna get on your head, and we like it worked.
With this team, we had a pretty mature team. We had a bunch of older guys, so I wouldn't say I never really had to, but it was plenty of times where like if we not playing, I would say something, and then if I'm not playing good, they would say something to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't really like point out one time though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sometimes it would be like our point guard, sometimes it would be Milton, Sterling, Doug. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it'd be different.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then Sterling was player of the year. So just how was that playing with like a player of the year?
Man, it was crazy because y'all just get to see in the game. I get to see him in practice.
Yeah.
And it was just like he definitely deserved it based on the stuff we saw him doing, the stuff he was doing, man. It felt good too because it was a bunch of nights like shots don't fall every night, but when you got the player of the year on your team, he can go get you something whenever. So it felt good. I felt like we wasn't really never in a drought for real when he was out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's talk about the HBCU experience. Like when you first got there, what was your like biggest just reaction? Like, dang, I'm at HBCU.
I mean, so I'm from Alabama. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
And my brother went to Alabama A&M, and like in Birmingham, our stuff is like Alabama State, Alabama A&M. Like it's always, you know what I'm saying. So I grew up hearing about HBCUs all the time. I used to go to Magic City Classic in Birmingham all the time. My brother marched in it. He was in the band, so I was really familiar with HBCUs anyway. Like in elementary school, it wasn't enough for me to have a teacher that went to Alabama A&M or Alabama State trying to get us to go there. But so I was kind of used to it. But when I actually enrolled in school, it was just fun, man, because, like, you see people like you know what I'm saying? You feel more comfortable on campus and everything. Then the games was fun because it's what you used to. Like with me, I had like in high school, it was kind of the same. Like I went to a black school, so like the rivalries and stuff, it felt the same just at a college level. So it was exciting. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, facts. That's fire. Was there a moment in the game where you was like, okay, it's different from just regular basketball?
I'm trying to think. I was kind of used to it, but I know
Yeah,
like it be some fan that be talking a lot, but me, I try not to say anything because basketball can go either way. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be saying something to me and I hit a shot, then the next time down I can airball. You know what I'm saying? So I really be trying to like stay level headed, and it's actually kind of good too because you get to see what you made of. Like when people saying something to you,
yeah.
see how mentally tough you is to take it. You know what I'm saying? And it feel good when they saying something then you prove them wrong. So
What team, like what school got the toughest crowd?
the toughest crowd. Ooh, I'll probably say the toughest crowd. Alabama State, they be talking.
Yeah, that stadium huge too.
You said what?
That arena huge too.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It get loud in there too. I say Alabama State talk. Jackson State, they be talking, but at the end of the game, it be love, win or loss.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think the hardest. I don't know. I'll probably say Alabama State.
yeah.
Oh, Bethune-Cookman though. Probably Bethune-Cookman because they are rivals, so they be going over the top.
Y'all probably do the same thing when they come in.
Yeah.
For
Well,
sure.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say Bethune.
Nah, that's valid for sure. This was your first year playing with Coach McCullum, right?
Nah, Coach Craig. I played for
Okay.
McCollum 2 years, and this was Coach Pat first year.
I bet. So how was it playing for McCullum, and then how was it playing for your other coach that y'all had now?
It really was just two different play styles. Like McCollum was more like methodical, I'd say, like make the defense work, and we're gonna get a shot here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like slower, I'd say slower pace. And Coach Pat was more like he emphasized on like faster, like tempo, fast. You know what I'm saying? Playing
yeah,
a lot more threes. That's another reason I say my numbers went up because we played fast, we shot more threes. So you know what I'm saying? I had more opportunity to shoot. And that really was it. It was just different emphasis on things. Coach McCollum, he more of an old school coach, and then Coach Pat more new school,
yeah,
and that was different in itself as well. But yeah, that was probably the differences.
yeah, for sure. I definitely like Coach Pat. Just his tenacity. Like the whole weekend, I was watching out at the swag. He was talking crazy to everybody, no matter who it was.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
he do that to make us play because you don't want to have your coach saying something and then we out there underperform. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But it kind of like is a motivation for us as well. You know what I'm saying?
nah, facts. That's real.
Okay, so you went to community college and then you went to HBCU.
Yeah.
What was like the biggest transition from the basketball as far as like the play?
Ooh, the biggest transition. Well, the JUCO I had went to, we had D1 transfers. So as far as like the mindset of them, it still was the same. But I would say the speed of the game and the detail, how detail oriented it was, that was like one of the biggest things. Like JUCO, it wasn't as fast. Like when I got to D1, it was faster. Then like the details that go into basketball, it was things I never even heard of before I went Division 1. I was like, wow, I didn't even know people was thinking this much into the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's a lot of little minor stuff. Like the average fan, they have no clue. Like just like the minor little detail stuff that be going on out there. So that was probably the biggest thing. And the Coach McCullum, when I went, he been a lot of places and he had a lot of experience. So he had a lot to pour into us. So I feel like it was a lot of detail stuff I had no clue about.
Okay. The media attention that y'all get at FAMU and the media attention that y'all get at community college is different. Like, so how is it being like on ESPN and getting ESPN interviews compared to like not really getting as much media attention on the community side?
Yeah. It's really something you just got to prepare for because when I was in community college, I ain't have none. Like, I don't think I ever got interviewed. Nobody ever talked to me about getting interviewed. Then when I got to ESPN, I really was. They would be telling me like when someone asks you a question, pause first. Don't just get to talking. You know what I'm saying? And then, then when stuff live, you be kind of nervous. Like, I know I was kind of nervous like my first few times getting interviewed because you don't want to sound. It's a bunch of things. You don't want to sound crazy. You don't want to sound educated. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the teaching, it was way more here than at JUCO. Cause I ain't even getting none at JUCO.
And then I seen that your 3-point percentage went from like it went crazy this year. It went 40% from the field is crazy. How did you like impact that in your game as well as like your rebounding percentage as well? Because your rebound percentage is pretty high too.
Yeah, well, my shooting, well, one thing my dad always told me, if you can find, like in different sports, if you can do something, they'll find a spot for you. Like in baseball, if you can hit, they're gonna find somewhere for you to play. In football, if you fast, they're gonna find. It don't matter where. If you fast, they can find somewhere you play. In basketball, the way the game transitioning, if you can shoot, somebody's gonna want you. You know what I'm saying? So I really took that like as serious as possible. I was like, man, if I can shoot 40, like 40 is like the benchmark, is above average. I'm like, man, if I can shoot 40 from three, that will open up a lot of opportunities for me. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm not big, like I'm 6'4". I'm a dime a dozen, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of 6'4", 210 guards around, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta separate myself some way. So I was like, I'm gonna do it shooting, because shooting, it's really just repetition. If you willing to put the work in, anybody can learn how to shoot. So that's what I.
So when you be going against like the top players, what's the mindset just going in? Like
You talking about like Power 5 schools and stuff?
to anybody, like I feel like everybody at that level is real good. So
I mean, for me, I just try to like, I was raised like playing basketball to use your brain, like your IQ. So whenever I go into a game, I try to pick out my strengths and weaknesses on who I'm going up against. Like, let's say I'm going up against somebody bigger than me. I just go like, okay, his advantage is being closer to the goal. So if I can keep him away from the goal as much as possible, that would play into my hands rather than his.
yeah.
And if I'm playing against someone short and quick, I might say, okay, his advantage is his quickness, but mine is length. So if I give him enough space where I can use my length to make up for my his quickness, then I do that. It's really it. It really don't change, because basketball is basketball, and if you use your brain, it make it so much easier. So that's all my mindsets be every game.
Yeah, for sure. So just as a basketball stand, when you playing defense, you prefer to be in zone or man? I'm losing my voice. But
Ooh, man, it's crazy because to me, a good man looks like a zone, and a good zone,
yeah,
like man, like you know what I'm saying. If you
yeah,
play right, either one could be good. But I ain't gonna lie, I prefer zone, just because my high school we played 2-3 matchup a lot, and I was taught it, so like I'm used to playing it.
yeah,
Obviously, zone you ain't got to do as much running and chasing as man. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just stand in one spot and guard your area. But the thing about zone is hard to rebound. But I would say zone though, just because like the chasing, man.
yeah. That's real. What
Yeah.
you said, the 2-3 your favorite, or is another zone that you like more?
2-3 matchup. So 2-3.
Yeah, for sure. What about full court press? Is there a press in particular that you prefer?
The press, probably. Pressing really don't matter to me because it's all running. I probably
Yeah,
1-2-2 because I played 1-2-2 the most. Yeah, I probably say 1-2-2 my favorite because you get the trap.
facts.
Yeah.
No, that's valid. I ain't gonna lie, as a point guard, bro, I used to hate that. Especially I was always smaller. And we
Yeah.
had all these tall trees just coming in the trap, bro. I used to hate that. Was one of the worst things, bro.
Yeah,
Like
like
I used
if
to hate that.
good, like if you run the trap good, the other team gonna hate it. But if you running it bad, they can slice through it. So it's
For
like
sure.
it's high risk, high reward.
It's definitely frustrating when it's running good.
Yeah.
Thanks. But I bet. So like with the team chemistry and stuff, like what's the bond between like you and your teammates? And this could be all your teammates starting from JUCO, like now.
The bond between all my teammates. Me personally, I never really had a falling out with any of my teammates. Like you can
Yeah,
ask all my teams. I pretty much get along with everybody. Everybody get along with me. If we ever was to fall out, they know it's probably like out of the spirit of competition. But like the next day, we back cool. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I'm glad to be like around guys like at every level that respect me. Like they respect the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just
for
good.
sure.
Like I don't remember having no teammates where I just dreaded going to practice because you know what I'm saying? I hate this person. But no, I'm thankful for never having that problem.
Yeah. Thanks. That's a good one for sure. So just tell a story of your like favorite moment all time throughout the year.
My favorite moment. Oh, this year?
No, like any years, the
Year?
best one where you
Okay.
like, I can't forget this.
I'm gonna say, I don't know how many. I know I got at least 2. My first one, I'm gonna say in high school, my junior year when we made it to the Final Four. We made it to the championship. We lost the championship, but in the Final Four, we played a team called Ramsey.
Yeah.
And from Birmingham, like Ramsey, they known for being good. They always pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And we was the underdog, and everybody just kept saying we was gonna lose. They was worried about the championship because they just knew Ramsey was gonna beat us. And we took that person because we like, man, like, first of all, we didn't think it was that much separation between us anyway. So I'm like, man, they really think they just that much better than us. And then we end up winning, and I was the player of the game.
Yeah.
And from that point on, a lot of people were shocked and everything. Then another thing, where I'm from, we in Birmingham, we use Facebook a lot. So like I saw on Facebook, people was making bets like this. They got this much on Ramsey. They wouldn't even worry about my high school. So I was like, man. So that was real fun, just proving everybody wrong. And then FAMU, I'll probably say the game when we played this year when we played Jackson State at Jackson State.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a turning point in our season because Sterling didn't play. Like Eileen scored, didn't play. Jackson was ranked like number 2. Of course, they ended up knocking us out of the tournament, but this game, Sterling didn't play. And I think I was in like a slump. Like I was in a shooting slump the last couple games. But I knew this game, they needed me. Like I needed to come through because I knew I was going to play. I couldn't like underperform. So, but then that game, I ended up being the leading scorer, like 18 points. And they was like an efficient 18 points too. And then I just remember it was like a hard game. Like it was back and forth. We was tired. Both teams was tired. We ended up pulling it out. And I had help from my teammates. It was a good feeling. I ain't gonna lie, it was a good feeling.
Yeah. That's hard for sure. You know, NIL changed everything now.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it? You think it's like beneficial, or you think it's gonna get crazy in the next couple years?
I mean, I can go both ways because as a player, obviously, I want the NIL. I want money too. Like sometimes I want to turn it down, but at the same time, I can kind of see how it could be taking people the wrong way because people like kids not as they not yearning to get to the next level as much as they used to because they getting next level money now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Not, some people are getting millions, but they getting that money now, so they ain't really like. If you chasing the money and you getting the money now, then you really ain't really tripping on the next level. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like how teams used to stay together and you could build, and then by they junior senior season, you could see what you made. That's kind of like gone now. So people got to recruit with. I can see both ways, honestly. As a player, I would want it, but as a fan, I can see what they mean.
Nah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think these next years gonna be crazy, but like it's gonna level itself out as the years go by.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna see some people getting like 10, 15 M's consistently and hooping like they are in football.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, bro. But yes. All right, the last one we're gonna talk about is just you said you had hit the portal, so you don't got to say what school you want to, you know what I'm saying, but just what is the message you want to lead to like the HBCU community, you know, FAMU, and like as you continue to go up with stuff.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm supposed to graduate in May. Like this is May, so
Okay.
I'm a graduate of HBCU. Like FAMU is really my home, even though I'm transferring from my grad year. I feel like it's still my home. But I say honestly, I feel like everybody needs to get the HBCU experience at least 1 year because through good and bad, like it's some good stuff, but it's some bad stuff about it too. But I feel like everybody needs this experience because it's just one of a kind. Like being at an HBCU, especially like if you black, like it's just crazy. Like you see people your color, and especially if you used to being like around like a different race all the time, you get to see like black professors, black doctors, black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of inspire you. Like, man, that's somebody like me doing the same thing I do. Then you can relate to people. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like going to HBCU, everybody should experience it, and I loved it. I ain't gonna lie, I loved it.
For sure. What was the best part outside of athletics?
Outside of that, man, really just like with playing basketball, some stuff we missed out on, but I just like homecoming. Man, I ain't like FAMU homecoming is amazing. I loved it, man.
I heard that. I heard the stories.
Yeah, like FAMU homecoming is amazing. like the atmosphere, the feeling. Like it just you ain't got no reason to be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like if you sad, if you just go outside and experience, you gonna be happy.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a bit. That's definitely tough.